Hello everyone, this is Darwell20 and welcome to episode 27 of Darwell20's OmniFactory Let's Play series, where today I'm making a dark steel machine hull so that I can make myself a simulation chamber. That's the plan, at least. So you're making more mesh, right-ish? Yeah, that works. And then you're going to need some more pulsating dust, which should be in here. Cool. I think it's 4-to-1, right? Yeah. Oops, wrong one. That one. Cool. Works for me. So that's a third pulsating mesh. I need 4 for this craft, but otherwise we should be cool. And I want to make the simulation chamber so we can get more ender pearls. That's essentially what's up. So last episode we got into HV, which showed us that we need a lot more vibrant alloy stuff. Right, pulsating wire or not pulsating, vibrant alloys. These guys, yep. And that needs a lot of ender pearls, essentially. So that's what we're getting into today. So aside from this, we're gonna need some of the tier 1 circuits. Nice. That's certainly craftable by our auto crafting system. 3 of those bad boys should not be too much to ask. We definitely need to get back to doing that polychloride stuff. We never made more of that. It's on my to-do. It's on my to-do list. We really burned through a lot of these, to be fair. How are you guys doing? Can I get 3 more stacks of you cooking over here? Because that would be super. How's this thing? Is this thing pretty full? He's pretty full. So we should do another 160 of those. That's what I've just been doing every now and then, is I've been taking you... I've been dropping you into the chemical reactor. Hey, more phenolic dudes. And dropping you there. And then throwing you in there and making more of these. Right? It's not bad work. It works. Yes, I know. Recharge yourself, dude. Right? So, and by the way, the math is 1.5 or 2.5 stacks. That's how much phenolic dudes we can make per. So it's 160 per, right? So it's 128 is 2 stacks, and then 32 more is 160. So exactly 2.5 stacks for a full tank of that phenol stuff. But anyway, we were back to making this guy. Yay, simulation chamber. Woohoo! So that's the main purpose of making one of these, like I said, is to get cool stuff. So we need a blank data model. Blank data model. So that doesn't look too bad. Primitive circuit, electrical steel plate, and fine gold wire. So circuit, gold, electrical steel plates, missing silicon dust. We should actually have some of that because I did a little bit of this. Now you're cool. Nice. All right, so that is a blank data model. And eventually we're just gonna want an Enderman data model, right? And that's gonna give us a, okay, cool. So if we wanna get Enderman data model, which is where we're at, the crafting's a little different. We need extraterrestrial matter, right? But we can get hellish matter, we can get overworldian matter. We can start simulating some types of mobs. That'll both get us experience, by the way, which would be probably useful to have among some other things. So I'll take it. Cool. All right, so for you, now we just need the pulsating mesh, which should be done over here. And where's that gold wire that I asked for? There you are. I'm going to run you manually through this wire mill. It's kind of nice having a few upstairs that I can just manually run through, even though they're low voltage, right? But it's still nice to have. It's a nice thing. Cool. I'm going to make another one of these basic circuits and 2 more. Just so I can have one ready to go for like my next guy. Yay, quest complete, simulated mobs. Woo! That shouldn't be too bad. He should be cooking, and then my circuit should be on its way up. Nice. So now we've got 2 of these dudes. So that completes that quest, right? And now you want me to get Overworldian Matter, right? Provide your simulation chamber with RF and a pulsating polymer clay. Then insert a data module of your choice. The simulation chamber will consume polymer clay, decent amount of power, begin simulation mobs, generate Overworldian Matter, may occasionally provide you with pristine matter. You can get experience from it. So we've played with this mod before, right? And then we're going to eventually need a loot fabricator and hellish matter and ender matter, because my goal is ender pearl. But you know what else I would love to have? A blaze one. A blaze one would be nice. So which of these data models do we want to start with? So there's zombie, skeleton, creeper, spider, slime, witch. So creepers can get me coal, by the way. Remember I needed more of that stuff? That might not be bad. Skeletons get me what? Meh. Zombies get me what? Meh. Spiders? Anything fancy here? Meh. Slime, huh? Well, that's cool. You get me coins? That's a thing. That's interesting. It's really interesting. And witches, anything fancy here? Clearly there's custom stuff added here. So I'm thinking creepers, right? That gets me both coal and gunpowder, both of which might be useful to have. I don't know what gunpowder does, but I got to imagine there's some kind of coolness with it, right? Something gunpowder somewhere. Failing that, I could use this to get a decent supply of coal, constantly producing phenol, which would be neat. So I think creeper data model is where it's at. Unfortunately, I need a bunch of otherworldly matter. All right, cool. So how do I get that? That. So I have to start with either a skeleton or a slime, or so you know what? We could do slime. Slime data model sounds nice. Because slime balls, I'm sure we're gonna need for something down the line, right? Somewhere down the line, wouldn't we need slime balls? You think? Or skeletons. Skeletons might work. Do we not have any bones? I would hope so. Let's find out. Yay, we do. Cool. Now, does that get me a basic one? It does. So we start off with basic, which is cool, which means we don't actually have to do too much. Now, where do I want to set this crazy shenanigans up? Basement feels like a good place for him. But where? Maybe I'll put you up here. Where am I related to where I have my... So that ain't so far. I could run that right here. Yes, let's run it right up here. I like that plan. I like that plan. A lot. Because it happens to be really close. We'll stick that dude right there. He can start simulating. Cannot begin simulation missing the polymer stuff. Right. So I feel like polymer is probably the type of thing we'd want to autocraft. Right. So that's an alloy smeltery of pulsating dust and clay block. Not terrible. Actually, kind of terrible. That's a lot of pulsating dust and clay per polymer, because you need a lot of this stuff. That's actually a pretty expensive recipe. How's my alloy smelter doing, by the way? Not bad. That's quite the recipe. I mean, I'm sure we can get there eventually, don't get me wrong. Right? Is that really the only way to make that stuff? Yeah. Is there a better way to make pulsating dust? Resonant clathrate? Ender pearl dust gets me one of them. So, I mean, once we start automating the ender pearl production, we could get more resonating from ender pearls. So normally we use resonating to get ender pearls. We could use ender pearls to get resonating. And that would probably work, right? Well, you start simulating so we can get the matter that we need. And then what would be involved in getting a blaze one of these? Because I probably want to get that, and then we want an Enderman one. I still want a creeper, by the way. And an Enderman. Those are the three that we're going to want. So I'm going to want 2 more blank data models. So let me do a little bit more crafting off camera, and we'll be ready for some of this in a minute. All right, so check it out. This guy has processed, which means we can probably get our creeper dude going on. Yeah, that's what's up. Booyah. I'm going to put skeleton away because I don't think I need him running anymore, right? But I should be able to make a couple blank data models now. In fact, I would have expected I could make... Because I asked for electrical steel plates, didn't I? Or did I just ask for electrical steel? I asked for electrical steel, not the plates. So let's get the plates made. But hey, that was a quest complete. Booyah. Overworldian matter. Nice. So loot fabricator is how we get stuff out of stuff. So that doesn't seem too bad, but we're definitely going to need one of these. So that's not too bad either. Let me get some more coal. More steel. I'm going to need more steel at some point. So let's get it cooking now. So that's not too big deal. I think I'll have some energetic alloy over here because I made a bunch and then didn't finish using it really. So that's the loot fabricator. You can come over here to make this guy. I do love that recipe. I love that I don't have to do obsidian for dark steel. It's really, really beneficial. There's the last steel that I'm going to need. So let's get our loot fabricator here, right? So that would be you. Wrought iron, get me 20 of them. Missing wrought iron ingots. I thought you knew how to make those. Well, you're going to learn. Wrought iron ingots. Yeah, that's what you need to be. Cool, because I think we have the advanced electric furnace up here. Cool. Now you can make a bunch of those. Thanks, Chief. Back in a minute. All right, guys, we are back. So we should have some of this cooking up. Cool. So you're almost done with an eighth, right? Nice. Let's get more polymer in there, because you're going to need it, Mr. Creeper. I'm kind of excited that that guy gets me a bunch of coal. That's neat. It's just neat to me. I like that idea. I like the idea of it giving me a bunch of coal, right? I'm crafting up 2 electronic processors because that's what we need for the loot fabricator, which shouldn't be too bad. Theoretically. Scheduled, stored, do your thing, dudes. What's up? Somebody stuck down here or what? What's your problem? What's your beef, stranger? You should be okay. You've got 1 circuit. What got stuck? 10 alloy ingots are scheduled? Is my alloy smeltery down here busy? He might be, actually. Yeah, he was making a bunch of steel for me. That's right. All right, so he wasn't really stuck. He was just busy doing other things, which is fine. You're allowed to do other jobs, especially jobs that I assign you. And forget that I assigned you, because I'm a derp. Dire derps. All right, so that'll get me... so we got creeper data, right? So we're going to need some of this. So that doesn't look terrible. That doesn't look terrible at all. So you, and then this glass guy should be cooking up. So any second now, he'll be done. There's your loot fabricator. But now I want to get... so how much of this stuff do I need for a blaze? I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? So I need a lot of that. Actually, more than I have. Yeah, loot fabricator, that's what's up. So we really only ever need 1 loot fabricator, but we might want all 3 overworld. We might need all 3 of these guys running at all the times, right? So let's get... That's 4 of them. That should be another quest complete. Yeah, that's what's up. So you want me to make extraterrestrial matter? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Let me get the blaze dude going first, because that'll be better, right? So you have a little bit of processing left to do. I need a handful of you. So we'll just come back in a minute. Also remember that these guys level up, and we get a higher chance of pristine matter as they level up. Meanwhile, you should be able to make me a bunch of stuff. How about bones? Sounds like a good time. I don't know what we need, but I picked bones, because why not? Cool. All right, you and you. Oh, cool, we got creeper matter. Nice. So, do we need gunpowder or coal right now? I don't know. I haven't used a lot of gunpowder yet, but I can only assume that at some point we'll need some. But for now, I'll make coal, because that's what I'm really using a lot of currently. So that's cool, too. So 5. I'm going to need a little bit more of this, so we'll come back when it's done. Hey, pristine procurement successful. That gets me a pristine. Yay. Okay, so that should be what I need to make a blaze data model, right? And you should be cool now. Oh, you used my circuits that I made. No, not that one. I need the 2 of the first. That is the right one. 2 of them real quick, just to get my blank data models. And do I want to save this pulsating stuff? Probably. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take you out. I'm going to put you in. Because what we're going to do... you almost done, buddy? Is... Oh, good. You're crafting one right now. Make a blaze. Right? And then... You should be crafting. Let's go. Come on. Places to be. People to see. Cool. Was that some kind of quest, by the way? Hellish mobs. Oh, you want me to make all of them to complete the quest. Though, to be fair, that's a lot of pennies. That's a lot of pennies. But at least for now, you do that thing. Would it be terribly... let me get 2 more simulation chambers, too. Does that seem fair? I feel like that seems fair. So let me get this guy. Because we're probably going to want to run Creeper, Blaze, and Enderman all the time, right? Granted, we're going to need a lot more of that polymer stuff, which ain't easy to get. Right? Would you be able to get me 64 more of those? Or no, not really. Yeah, so you're a little bit low on clay, and that pulsating dust too. Now, I did ask for more clay down here, so that shouldn't be too big of a problem. But, so it's not bad to make clay. It's not bad. I just need to automate it. Like right now, I'm just throwing it into a thing that does something else for me, right? Actually, let me get 64 more of those. So what is it, 16 per stack? So that's not terrible. So 4 stacks of the polymer per stack of clay. That ain't terrible. And that resonating dust stuff, right? So we need 4 stacks of that, which would basically be 4 stacks of ender pearls. So that would get expensive if we made it. But we could always get more uranite stuff. I could go mine for that. That stuff's not... Doesn't seem to be too rare. I might be wrong. I'm not sure. Let's do more simulation chambers. I'm going to want 2 more of these. So that means 16 more steel. And 16 more of you. And we'll be back in a minute when that's done crafting up. So that's cool. I can get sulfur dust out of the pristine blaze data. So that's pretty interesting. As you can see, I'm cooking up more and more. Failed. Womp womp. That's okay. I'm more after the hellish matter right now. Because I'm trying to get enough of this to get Enderman going. Boop. Nice. No, you can do more than that. Thank you. How you doing, Chief? You're getting there. Alright, back to waiting for this stuff. Alright, so that's 7 of you. Which should mean Enderman data model is attainable now. Sweet. So that one they want me to get Shulker, Wither, and Ender. We'll get to that eventually. I don't know if I'm going to get all them. But let's claim all our rewards now, at least. So that's cool. So I can swap you out now, buddy. And put you in. Nice. Now this one I definitely want to level up. Because it's going to get me access to Ender Pearls. A lot of them, hopefully. So you produce what now? 6 Ender Pearls per craft. I can also get Emeralds, and I can also get Enderman heads out of that. So, not terrible. Once this thing levels up, which, by the way, I could kill mobs, like, with a sword, kill mobs, to level that up faster, but I think I'll just let him chill. I think I'll just let him do his thing, right? We might want to throw polymer in there. I don't know. We should automate something along those lines, but, you know, we'll see. How you doing, buddy? So you should be making a bunch of mesh for me, right? Cool. Let's get 16 of you cooking, and let's get half of you out of there, because we need 4 more mesh, and I don't know if we're going to need more anytime soon. And then I need a dozen circuits. Well, no, I need 6 circuits, right? That should be cool. And back to work. Alright, cool. So there's another simulation chamber. I already popped that one down. I threw my blaze in there. I'll throw my creeper in here. They don't have any polymer cooking, because I well, I could probably throw some more blaze polymer going on, right? And a little bit of you as well. Get everybody running. Why not? Let them cook. Let them do their thing. How am I on power, though? That's what I wanted to keep an eye on. Well, that's a little bit power hungry. We are draining power like nobody's business. Well, to be fair, it's filling up internal buffers, so that's a thing, right? But I bet those dudes upstairs are generating or are creating a lot of power drain. So what's your... Are you going to tell me how much power you're using? I bet I might be able to see it on here. Nope. I'd really hoped... Ah, 2048. There you go. And this guy drains 1024, and this guy drains 64. So simulating Enderman is actually pretty power hungry. So I think what I'm going to do is remove you guys. Cool. So no more running, okay? I mean, a little bit more running, but not much more running. And we'll probably just let Enderman run, and that's going to drain our internal buffers down here quite a bit. Like, he's hurting for power just a smidge, right? Everything will settle down a little bit, but we just want to be aware of the fact that we're definitely draining a lot of power for the simulation of Enderman, right? Because I think we have a net gain of about 1,000 when we're not doing anything with Enderman. Also, this dude is hooked up from between episodes, right? He's running, actually done a pretty good job of running. But I turned off overclocking because this guy drains, surprise, surprise, a lot of power. So that's something we're going to want to keep an eye on. I should probably get an import fluid dude. So it was it's a piston, right? For the import bus. Pretty sure that's what it was. Yeah. So you're also going to need an annihilation core. Thanks, Chief. Oh, that's right. You need normal cables. You don't connect to those dudes. Cool. So you should be draining now. Nice. Slowly but surely draining. And then you should probably be running again. Nice. Cool. So that'll run. He's draining a little bit of power, but we'll deal with that soon. I just want to get mob going today, right? Because I thought that would be a pretty good time to do this. Obviously, Endermen take a lot of power. Hey, I thought I claimed all my rewards from you. Didn't I? Are you not? Alright, that's weird. I mean, I like it, don't get me wrong, but I feel like that's not how I'm supposed to be doing things. Let's go through it this way. That was weird, though. Weird little bug, but I'll take it. I'll take a few extra coins. I don't mind. See, I don't abuse bugs too badly. I try not to, at least. We'll see. We'll see. So that's an interesting proposition now. Plastic substrate, huh? Didn't we make SMD capacitors? I thought we made those. Maybe we never quest completed it? What else we got to quest complete here? So plastic substrate. Better substrates. Ooh, plastic circuit board? A good board. Need sulfuric acid, copper foils, and polyethylene, right? And you're used for what? All kinds of stuff? Can you be used for... Oh, really? That's neat. This is the third and final tier 1 circuit. Ah. Ah. So we may not need those boards anymore, actually. Central processing units, huh? CPU wafers? Needs a different lens, but aside from that, pretty straightforward. Fine tin alloy wire, a few of those things. And you get 4 per craft of that, which is kind of cool. Wow, you could get 4 per craft of that if you do soldering alloy. System on chip. Interesting. Naquita doped wafers. I don't think we have Naquita just yet, do we? Probably not. Okay, yeah, no, we're not quite there yet. We're not quite there yet. We're not quite at that point. But this is the third tier 2 circuit. Okay, cool. Nice. Nice. Okay, cool. So a little bit more crafting at a time, which I kind of like. Soldering alloy we'd have to get into, though. I don't think I figured that one out yet. There's so much to keep track of in this mod pack. I kind of love it. I kind of love it. The third and final tier 1 circuits requires plastic substrate, huh? Should we look at that? Sulfuric acid, copper foil, polyethylene sheet. That makes me think sulfuric acid is something we're going to need more of too, because that's definitely on my list of things that I have to make sometimes. Right? So it's polyvinyl chloride, polyethylene, or polytetrafluoroethylene. How was that? Polytetrafluoroethylene. Pronounced it right the first time, I hope. Incoming comments? No, you didn't. So this only needs 10 EU a tick, right? So what if we got another chemical reactor down here and we did a couple clever things? Like, first off, I'd like an export bus. Not the fluid kind, but the regular kind, right? So you just need a piston for that. And then in addition, I'd like another reactor. And an LV chemical reactor would be fine. Basic chemical reactor. So how are we for wrought irons? We could use a little bit more. Just kick them off, bro. Because we've got a lot of iron these days, thanks to that awesome miner that we've got out there. Auto mining for the win. So you're cool for an export bus. You've got sulfur cooking. Right? So that's what we're going to want. And then we're going to want a chemical reactor, which I'm going to spend a quick minute off camera making. All right, so let's check this out, right? So if you're making sulfur for me, chemical reactor, right? Then what I should be able to do is this with sulfur. And then you should start making sulfur again. Cool. Okay, and then you extract on brown, right? So do we have ender conduits on us? I think we do. Are either of you trying to connect up here? You shouldn't be. Cool. Nobody caused any problems there. And then do I have my 4X? I need the iron. By the way, I found my energetic alloy wires that I was looking for the other day. It was in one of my crates with a bunch of stuff in it. So you're the conductive, right? So you can go there. And then you can also, on up, insert on brown. So that should put the sulfur in you, right? So you're getting sulfuric acid, right? So you're making sulfuric acid. You're getting sulfuric acid, and you'll get some too. And then you guys will just wind up producing lots and lots of sulfuric acid. Now, sulfur's not too bad to come by. I found this sulfur in the nether. It's literally right outside my nether portal, right? So there's definitely sulfur right outside my nether portal. We can also get it from crushing pyrite ore. And then crushed pyrite gets us also sulfur. I'm just curious if, like, you can crush sulfur ore. Yeah, you can. And that gets crushed sulfur ore, which can be pulverized again into more sulfur dust, which can then be made into more sulfur dust. So did we actually do that recently? Not really. But this shouldn't be bad to get, honestly. So we've got nether sulfur ore, right? And there's more, like I said, like right through the portal. There's a ton. I looked around a little bit, and I was like, yeah, I think we're good. Right? So I should be able to, let's see, macerator. What do you macerate into? So you should, we might get netherrack dust, or we might get sulfur dust. I think it depends which macerator we're using here. But if we get sulfur dust, that would be great. Nah, we're getting netherrack dust. That's fine. Crushed sulfur ore, though, still, we're doubling it. A better macerator would do a little bit more, right? So then we can throw an interface on this dude. Which, can you make me an interface, buddy? Are we friends enough for you to make me an interface? Thank you. Right? And then our quest is for a plastic board, right? So all I would have to realistically say is polyethylene sheet plus copper foil makes that, and that would go in there. Now, do we know how to make copper foils? We may not yet, so let's make sure that's the thing we know how to make. Copper plates. Do we know how to make those? We have them, but I don't think we know how to make them. So another thing to teach. Right? So copper foils. Plates we might be getting pretty close to the limit on. Getting there. But I think it's helped by the fact that we have a lot that go through the extruder. Right? And then the last thing we need is polyethylene sheets, which already we have a ton of, right? So now we just take our interface. Cool. And you're just waiting on a few more basic circuits, which should be easier to make now. Well, soon, because we're going to do that thing. We still have to do that polyvinyl chloride stuff. But, I mean, we're getting there. Oh, you know what? You're probably waiting on your macerator, aren't you? I would imagine that to be the case. Yeah, you're waiting on that. So you get back to work, buddy. That's what I get for, like, multitasking some of the machines down there that are meant for automating. Oh, well. So you're making circuits. You're making the electronic processor. And then you can make your robot arm, and then you can make your ME interface. Definitely better to have automation now than we had before. Sweet. So you go here, buddy. Right? So on the east will be nothing for you. Well, actually, you're going to be a little bit of a troublemaker, ain't you? How do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? Because I'd love it if it went in and out of here. But then we'd have to add things to the filters and whatnot. Sulfuric acid, ethanol. Why are you getting ethanol? Oh, yeah, you do get ethanol, don't you? Wait, what? Why do I have a mix here? Aren't you extract on brown, insert on light green? Why are you the same color? Why would I do that, Direwolf? Oh, because they both needed to be brown. That's right. Well, I could filter ethanol, right? We can make a quick fluid filter to say no ethanol. We'll blacklist ethanol. How's that sound? Basic fluid filter. Do we have an extra empty tank? We do. You're empty, right? Yeah. So we just come over here and say blacklist ethanol. Cool. And then you, whichever guy actually needs ethanol, there you go. Cool beans. And everybody's good again. Cool. Now as for you and how you're going to do stuff, that might be a little tricky. If we wanted to do that, we'd have to filter which items. Because I could have it go into this chest, but then we'd have to filter stuff. I could have another chest, but that would also need, you know, a bunch of wiring changing. So let's just do this, and we'll pop this dude in here. We just need a way to get the item out of here, which shouldn't be too bad. We can just item duct a little bit of dire wire. It stinks that we can't, but your iteming will be extract always active on green. It's a little dire wiry, but it works, right? So I should have no problem now making that board. I thought I just taught you how to make it. Plastic circuit board. Oh, you know what? I know what. Dire wire for days. Thank goodness for Ender IO conduits, right? Am I right, though? So you're going to foil craft your stuff, and then you're going to come down here and make your thing, and then the boards will come out, and we'll be good. How great is that? And that will get us to the tier 3 circuits, which might be getting close to the wrapping up of this chapter. Now, there's clearly a big empty white space up here. So I'm wondering if once I get some of these fluids, which I have no idea what any of them are, plus we're probably going to eventually want a distillation tower. I think we're going to be branching out of this little base that we have and into the outside at some point soon. Because, you know, I'm just suspecting. Cool. So that gets me the third tier 2 circuits. Nice. Refined circuits. That's cool. The third and final tier 1 circuit. So that is made a few ways. That's cool. Fine tin alloy, soldering alloy. So if we want this, or we could use tin, to be fair. We can totally do that with tin still, or soldering alloy. Now remember, the system on a chip needs an aqueduct, so we're not there yet, right? But, you know, that's probably cheaper than what we've been doing before. Central processing units. I think we've got some of those. Transistor, capacitor, resistor. Some of these things needed that stuff that we didn't have. Yeah, polyvinyl chloride. That was a thing that was kind of a hassle to make that we're going to have to figure out a better way. It wasn't terrible by any stretch, but remember it was a lot of steps. It was like... So, I mean, we've got oxygen automated now to a degree, and then vinyl chloride just needs ethylene and chlorine, which we're kind of making some of the ethylene. And the chlorine's not bad because it's just salt, right? Rock salt equals chlorine. And, I mean, I think we have a decent amount of rock salt. We could probably get more. So, I mean, there's stuff that we can do. But you know what else we have to do? Wrap up the episode. So Devil20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode today. We are cruising right along through this pack and definitely having a lot of fun with it because there's so much to automate. There's so much to do. It's insane. But I love it because there's so much to do. I am legit enjoying it. So that's cool. And wow, that's a lot of Certus quartz ore and quartzite ore and nether quartz ore. Holy cow, that's a lot of stuff. I should really get... I should get a new crate, and I should get one of those crate keeper dudes. Because that, holy cow, is a lot of stuff. Let me tell you guys, that is a lot of stuff. Are you filling up off of you? You are, you stinker. I didn't really want that to happen. I mean, it's okay that it happened, it just wasn't my plan. How are you doing? Not bad. Well, you're hurting a little bit because I'm draining you, but that's okay. I think we probably ran out of matter over there, so I think we're fine. Cool. So yeah, wrapping up point for the episode. We'll come back next time. I'm going to keep this miner over there running so we can keep getting lots of resources because there's just a ton of stuff over there. For now, Devil20 signing off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.